This is a part of our 3-mark video educational series. Today I'll be going over the WinFlex web quoting system. After you log into the website, with our new menu bar, you can choose online quoting or go to quotes, WinFlex web, and this will open a new window for you. Logging into the WinFlex web from the 3-mark website gives you automatic access to a large number of carriers and their illustration system. If there's a carrier that you do not see in your list on the WinFlex web dashboard, what you can do is you can go over to Help and then request a carrier. And you can go ahead and put a check mark and everything in the boxes of the carriers that you need to get access to. If there's a red arrow next to one of the carriers, you will need an agent code to get approval from that carrier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through 4 different products using 4 different carriers to run those different illustration systems. So first, we're going to choose a GUL product. So I'm going to click on Illustrations. Then I'm going to click on Start a New Case. For the GUL, we are going to use the nationwide product. Theirs is the no lapse guarantee. Click Create Client. So we have Value Client. We're going to look at a male, date of birth 05/22/1972. We have a male 50. We're going to say preferred non-tobacco in Texas. We are going to solve for the premium. We want to look at the no lapse premium for $1 million. We want the guarantee to age 120. We are taking no disbursements. Policy options, let's go ahead and change that to monthly. So basically what you're doing is you were going down the tabs here of what you're looking for. Riders, we're not adding any riders or anything now. Report options, if there's additional information you would like there, and agent information here. So there's no error, so I can go ahead and click Calculate. And what this is you are basically running the nationwide illustration. You're not having to put several different carrier illustration systems on your computer. All of that and the products that are available to you have quick access and everything from here. So it is still calculating. So when it pulls up here, it will show you. You can click here on the PDF. It'll open a new window, giving you that full illustration. And then you can go scroll down to see that it's $11,000 for the 1 million male 50 preferred non-tobacco. And you can print it, or you can click download here to save the PDF and then to send off to your client. So since that was a GUL, what we're going to look at now is an IUL with a long-term care rider. So we're going to switch products. We're going to switch over to the John Hancock, and we are going to use the Protection IUL product. So we're going to update client because we will still use the main information. There are some problems and everything here, but we can go through all those. So go ahead and just click Close. Again, using the same client, male 50, preferred non-smoker. We are going to solve for premium. You're not going to use the vitality on this one. And so solving for a premium, we just want to go ahead, let's just go ahead and pay target. And we said we were adding a long-term care rider, so there's no disbursements. Assumed rate, we are in the Barclays. That is their default, so we'll go ahead and leave it there. Policy options, let's go ahead and change that back to annual. Policy riders, we want to go ahead and click a check there. We want to add the long-term care rider. We are going to assume that he is rated as same as his other policy, no additional rating. We want to look at a 4% and accelerate up to 100%. Agent is all still the same. There are still 2 errors. We're not taking a lump sum, and yours to print, so we'll say 6 errors, and now those have been removed. Click Calculate. And the calculation just takes as long as your internet is working. Sometimes carriers are quicker than others, and it just really all depends. So it is complete. We will click that, and it pulls up the full illustration, everything from John Hancock. We'll see for their long-term care, they have this on the first page. So initial death benefit of $1 million, 100% of the acceleration of that at 4%. The maximum monthly benefit is $40,000. So it gives you 90 calendar day on the elimination period, gives you a lot more information, everything regarding that rider. And again, there's a couple of pages and everything giving you detail until you get into the illustration with all the numbers and the premiums that you're looking for there. Some illustrations are longer than others, as you can see. So here we go. Now let's switch over. We are going to look at overfunding an IUL. So basically what we're doing is we are going to switch carriers. We're going to go now to AIG, and we're going to use their max accumulation product. So basically what we have now is we have a client. We are going to still continue with the same client. And what we're going to do is we are going to solve for the face amount. We want to solve for the minimum face amount that's non-MEC. And what we're going to do is we are going to say from age 50, let's just say for 15 years, so to 65, we are going to pay $10,000 a year. More premiums. Index strategy, they have theirs in the blended participation account. We'll leave it there. We're not doing any disbursements. Policy options, what we'll do is we will want to go ahead and change this to, for the first 15 years, we want to have that as increasing. And then thereafter, we want to bring it down to level. We are going to keep the premium payments as annually, guideline, no lump sums, no dump-ins, no additional riders, and then calculate. Unfortunately, you don't have the availability of comparing these carriers together. Say if you're looking to overfund on a couple of different carriers, AIG, Symetra, or any of those, you don't want to compare them, you will go ahead and run the full illustration there. There's not a quick way to click buttons and everything just to compare those numbers to spreadsheet like you normally would on a term. So we will go ahead and click on the icon, pull up the illustration. So at the $10,000 for the 15 years, our initial face amount starts off at $145,000 and is increasing for that 15 years. Then it turns to level, but the cash value is still growing in there, as you can see. And lastly, we will go ahead and run a whole life illustration. So we will switch over to MassMutual. And we are going to go ahead and run the whole life 65 product. Update client. So same client, male 50, third non-smoker. And so we are going to go ahead, keep it at face. The known amount we know is the face amount. So let's go back to that $1 million face amount. We are going to do the paid up additions, current dividend adjustable, no other options. Not going to add any, or actually let's go ahead and add a waiver of premium rider if we can. And no disbursements, reports, and calculate. And it is complete. On the PDF, pull up the full illustration, paying the 65. So for the $1 million, it's going to be $47,000, pay to 65, and of course you did the purchase edition PUA rider, so that's increasing your death benefit here, and those full illustrations are here. And again, I can print that, I can download the PDF, send to the client, go from there. You really just have to go back to here, choose the client, you're able to change product, pull up the results. I can change into any other, if I have the same client, I can change to another carrier, change to a different product within the same carrier and everything that I'm using. It's a pretty easy system to use once you get used to it. We're always here available to help you with product recommendations. Please check out our website for more training videos. If you have any questions, feel free to contact your 3Mark sales director.